So actually, after that last play, Blackshear had not achieved the first down. Rutgers had to go for it on the fourth down, and they relied on John Hillman's vision with a completely stacked box to make one guy miss and get the first down. So they're still on the drive. They're down 3-0, but looking pretty good actually so far in this drive. So here you go. He just cuts inside number 31 and makes the safety, get hit. Number 6 really, you could see him wince there. He had a tough one. So Rutgers is now across midfield. Again, an unbalanced line again. The same play with the wingback. They're on the same draw. Same play as we saw before. Slightly worse result because the defense was a little bit more ready for it than they were last time. Again, like I mentioned, if you had a mobile quarterback, that's when you throw that wrinkle in the quarterback running. And then you have the wrinkle of, if he's really a good option quarterback, he could have option pitched it to the wingback on the outside. Now, it would have been a tough job for Sikowski because of the timing, and you'd have to practice that a lot, which they don't. All right, so now it's 2nd and 9. Inside draw of a pro set up the middle. Not that much to say about that play. They really just lined up hat on hat and said, yep, we're going to try to move forward. Now, we know that this is at least the 7th or 8th play of the drive, so the Illinois defense is starting to suck some wind. So it's a good time on 2nd down to just pile forward to set up a 3rd and short. They weren't expecting it the first. They would have liked to have a little less than a 3rd and 6, but not terrible. All right, let's freeze it here. All right, so now it's 3rd and 6, but they're on the Illinois side of the field. Now, the first thing that a lot of people would point out is, as a coach, you probably want to know if you're going to go for it if you're stopped on 4th, or under what conditions you would go for it. Rutgers they're on a 4-game losing streak. They had only won their first game. Illinois' defense is tired. So if you know you're going to go for it on 4th, then maybe you would make a run on 3rd. Now, if Gio Roshinha was in here, I think Rutgers would basically run a clear out. They would send 4 verticals and let him run and try to just get 6 yards, which is kind of long. 3rd and 4, it's a little bit more of a good proposition. 3rd and 6, it's tough. You don't trust Sikowski to run for 6 yards, not yet, right? So instead, you got your 5 linemen here. You got a tight end to the right. You got a running back to the left, and you got a slot man here. So the defense. This is one of the tougher formations to call, the strength of. But since there's 3 guys to this side, I'd probably call, if I was playing linebacker, I'd probably call it a left, a Larry. So this linebacker is going to shade to this side, which means you've got 3 guys here. There's 2 here, and a linebacker, and there's a safety, right? Because we have corner, corner, safety, safety, linebacker, linebacker, linebacker. And so really, if you want to talk how many men are in the box, Rutgers has a numbers advantage. They have 6 guys blocking 6 guys with the back, which again, if you have a running quarterback, like Miami when they ran the Wildcat with Ronnie Brown, that's where your quarterback would run in the Rich Rodriguez style offense. He would run a fake handoff, and they'd have this play set up that they would read one man. If the linebacker goes one way, then quarterback hands it to the running back. If he goes the other side, then the quarterback keeps it and runs, right? Because you would have an extra runner with the ball. So, obviously, if your team's good, like Ohio State, you have Dwayne Haskins. Well, he can run, but he doesn't really need to run. But if your team's not good, you need to have as many options on a play like this as you can. Instead, what likely is going to happen, this is a pass, and, well, it's probably a pass. Vokalek, right here, is going to be running some sort of combo route with the slot receiver. Now, this defensive back is playing off like he should because he's got 6 yards to give. So he should be playing back. And if Rutgers tries to run a comeback or curl, short curl, something right here, he's going to have time to step up. So he's likely manned up. Or it's possible they could be in a zone where he's going to take whichever of these receivers goes outside, and this guy's going to take number 2, and then this linebacker or this safety, one of them is going to have number 3. Now, the way that this is set up, I would expect that they're going to be playing kind of a soft zone in the linebackers. He's probably going to be covering this entire area. Safety's probably got this seam, and this linebacker is probably covering this area with a responsibility of taking the back if he comes out, right? So, in an ideal world, you have some sort of route concept here to try to either rub this man to get him loose and complete the ball, or try to maybe get somebody open in this space, which is going to be a tough proposition because this linebacker should be dropping off. If you have a dominant run game, or you had Pat White and Steve Slayton in the backfield, then this guy would have to really, really stick run, even on a 6 yards. But I don't know if I would think Rutgers is a strong enough running team to respect run that much. I would probably have a second to diagnose what was happening, and then if the ball wasn't handed off right away, I wouldn't bite on play action, and then it's also possible that he would just play pass, and then if they saw the ball handed off, try to react quickly and hope that their defensive line can cause enough chaos to slow them down. But let's see what happens. This man is just manned up, right? So unless you have a real stud receiver, this is going to be tough, right? Rutgers receivers don't seem to usually get enough separation, so maybe if you keep your back in, you'll have enough time to protect that he can run some sort of post or maybe a fade if you had, maybe, Stanley King when he arrives on the Banks this summer, maybe he'll have enough skill to run sort of a fade route. Like Andre Patton, when they had him, he was skilled enough that he could either go fade, or if he could suck this second safety into the middle by maybe 2 crossing patterns, then he could just try to get deep in behind him and outrun the defense, which, even though Patton measured in at 6'6", he had 4.4 speed at pro day. So, all right, here we go. Let's see what happens. All right, so Rutgers doesn't like the initial play call, but they are likely expecting cover 2 defense. So now Illinois presses. Sikowski drops back. Pop, pop, pop. Great play. Excellent play. It looked like Illinois was going to be in a zone 2, or cover 2 man. Instead, it looked like more of a cover 3 or cover 4. Right? So this number 15 is kind of letting him ride, relying on the safety to come up. The corner has the outside man. And Eddie Lewis right here does a great job of identifying this is an open space. And he's going to sit down there. Melton also knows that the corner is still running in case he has a deep ball. And so if you practice properly and you really have the timing down, you know exactly where he's going to turn his route. That's where Sikowski's going to throw the ball. And that's why he has both of these men open. Vokalek does a great job of drawing the linebacker up, which forces this basically 3 men covering 2 in a zone. Vokalek also does a good job by coming in that this guy might have to pass him off to him, but he's not going to be able to help, right? So Eddie's open, Melton's open, hits him, first down. Good play. I would have, if I were Illinois, I'd probably be less nervous about the deep ball, but going into this game against Rutgers, as the Illini, you're thinking, hey, we just got to play this conservative, and we should be able to at least stay competitive. All right, so now it's first down again. We're at the 31-yard line. Shotgun, play action fake. Nice job by Eddie Lewis. The guy who's matched up with him is a combination of 2 linebackers. One of them goes in, bites on the run. Other guy can't get out there quick enough. Get that ball out quick. Great read by Sikowski on this one. It's pretty basic, right? Because he only has 1 read, which is if Lewis is open, give him the ball. But if not, he was in position to make another play. Good job there. Right? You can't run the play forever. They'll press too much, but good play. Defense is also tired. Again, this is an 11-play drive, as you can see. All right, here's just another smart play. Defense is sucking wind. 11 plays in. You just run a very basic dive left concept. I don't even think anyone pulled. I think it was just man blocking up front. And Blackshear just beat him to the spot because he's been getting a rest. Now, of course, there's a flag. What's the flag? Illegal formation on Rutgers. They did not have 7 men on the line of scrimmage. Okay, that's a bad mistake. Penalty. They only had 5, 6, 7. Now, really, this should be an unbalanced line. This man should have been saying he's ineligible. This man should be saying that he's eligible. That was probably a bad call, unless they didn't announce, right? So now instead of an easy first down inside the red zone, now it's 2nd and 11. All right, same play. But Hillman breaks it outside. Defense sucked in. Touchdown. So the most famous example of a team running the exact same play twice in a row after a penalty was the Broncos against the Packers in Super Bowl 31. Terrell Davis just said, just do it again. Block it exactly the same. They ran it in. Now, some say that the Packers were letting them score because they knew that Broncos were just kicked game-icing field goal. But still, great play here. Hillman comes in. Linebackers are too slow. He bounces outside. We know after, despite the injuries, Hillman checked in about 220 pounds and ran a 4.440, which was quite good. So that's how he ended up on the New York Giants 90-man roster. So not perfect. Now, if there's one takeaway I would have from this drive, it's that you don't have to be perfect to score, right? Rutgers made a few mistakes, made a couple plays that weren't great, and they still were able to come away with 6 points against a roughly evenly matched opponent. Now, of course, they did a poor job here. This is the game where Justin Davidovich was injured, and as a result, he was not kicking off, and Illinois made them pay because Davidovich is almost automatic touchback machine. Instead, Illinois makes them pay. But hopefully that was good for you to see how Sikowski made a couple great plays, a couple not-so-good plays. He was probably constrained a little bit by the play calling. But, Illinois is a team that if Rutgers plays well, they'll win. If Illinois plays well, they'll win. The chance of both teams playing well hasn't happened in any of the past 3 years. So we'll see what happens during the 2019 matchup.